Good afternoon. Welcome to round robin game number 1. Where D1 Gales taking on the Flagstaff Avalanche. Gorman in orange for this round robin matchup. And the Avalanche in white and gray. Klaus back in the lineup for today. Colin Davis out serving a suspension carried over from the Orange Lutheran quarterfinal matchup. Gorman with a 2-1 win in shootout, and what I understand to be the longest game in Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League history to close out Orange Lutheran's season in the league. Gorman will continue through playoffs next week, taking on Santa Margarita Friday night. That game will be on CIH. And if they come away with a win there, they will play in the championship game Sunday, the 21st. Those games will be on CIH Media. The rest of this weekend, we got a game this evening, 8:40 p.m. Pacific time, to wrap up the first day. And game number 2 will be against the Calgary Bruins. Game number 3 against the Bisons, and a final round robin matchup against Golden State Elite, or GSE. With the playoff and final games taking place on Monday as we get ready to kick this first period off. Clock's already running. Not sure if that's by design. We'll adjust as needed. 15-minute periods and minute-and-a-half penalties. And they're still running the clock. All right, that is by design. We'll adjust the clock as needed here. They start the clock during warm-ups and let it roll through. Trent brings it down low, chips it out to Fish, turned over. And the Avalanche chip it out to the far side, broken up by Rubino and cleared by the Avalanche. Rubino sends it out near wall, chip back up Trent to Fish. Out to Tritton, couldn't keep it. And the Avalanche bring it around. Godino on the press, back behind the goal line. Fish comes into support. Fitzy parked in front of the net. In the slot. Out in the near corner. Fitzy feeds the line. Rubino shot right at the net. Fish on the far wall. Cycles back down low to Fitzy. Jennings and Baldy in off the bench. Pass broken up by the Avalanche, and Baldy will regroup in the neutral zone. He's got room to work with. Brings it up, lobs it on net, just left. Jennings with a hit, and Avalanche bring it back the other direction. Off to lob it down, and we'll go for a change. Kerr, Jennings couldn't cleanly grab that one, and comes back out off the glove of Posner. Posner to Baldy, out of reach of Kerr. Baldy's pass broken up, and the Avalanche will have to tag up. Faircloth in net for game 1. Pass chip back down low, Baldy and Kerr working back behind the goal line. Bouncing puck clears through. No icing. Pass into the slot, no one there. And cross-ice pass out to the Avalanche through the neutral zone. They will send it on net, off the glove, and brushed aside by Faircloth. Layerson chips it up to the blue line. Johnson couldn't field that one, and it comes out. Gorman struggling to maintain possession here on the passes as the Avalanche send it into the far corner. Larson dekes around, chips it up. Creel off the boards out to Klaus, out of reach. And Creel gives a hit. Sorry, Larson gives a hit. Creel feeds it down low. Klaus working in the far wall. Sends it around the boards, back behind the net. And the Avalanche bring it back the other way. Pass broken up by Johnson. Kept in play by Luong. Chips it up. Face-off dot shot. Klaus. And it goes up and out of play. Get the clock adjusted here. 10:43 on the clock for the first period. That's a weekend hockey thing here. No ice cut. Mesa in for the face-off. Bonifazio flushes him out the other side. Westwood with his return. Pass broken up by Rubino. Rubino makes the red line. Dangles through, broken up. Maintains possession on net. And the goaltender will cover for a stoppage of play. About 10:26 remaining in the first period. Still 0-0. Shots on goal 2-0 in favor of Gorman. Same lineup as before. Pass comes out to Trent. Shot off the blocker. Westwood battling in the far corner. Pass out to Rubino. Dangles through. Lost control. Recovered by Bonifazio. Down low, Mesa battling through. And the Avalanche pick it up in the slot. Try to stretch past that out, and Rubino recovers and sends it back the other way. Avalanche lob it up and over. That will not be an icing. Waved off. Bonifazio takes a huge hit, and that'll be a penalty on the Avalanche. Mesa brings it in. Shot. Glove save. And Gorman will go on a power play here. Roughing will be the call. As number 16 will head to the penalty box. Power play unit coming up. Johnson, Fish, Tritton, Trent, and Godino. Fish in for the face-off. Avalanche win it, send it around the boards, and clear. Elbowing was the call. Trent makes his own, cycles down low. Avalanche recover. Chip couldn't clear. Johnson in the corner. And Avs take possession and clear it the other direction. Trent brings it out along the near side. Trent chips it down low. Johnson's going to get there for Gorman. Tries to set it out front. Fish able to pick that one up. Avalanche separate him from the puck. And that one cleared as well by the Avalanche. Bearcloth will hold that one there for Fish as Gorman goes for a change and brings on the second unit. Stretch pass out to Johnson. Couldn't chip it in and send back the other direction. Fish, long shift for him. Fitzy, fresh off his shootout winning goal, chips it in. Jennings lost control and recovered by the Avalanche and wired the other way, and that'll wrap up. Man advantage for Gorman. Stretch pass out to Fitzy. Makes the blue line. Tries to send it out to Jennings. Gets picked off. Luong keeps it in play. Dangles through. Trying to send it down low. Kirk finishes it. Shot. Right of the net. Luong sends it right of the net. Jennings in the far corner. Maintains possession. Trying to hit Fitzy in the slot. And Avalanche send it far wide. Kerr drops it back to Jennings. And cleared by the Avalanche. Larson there for Gorman. Pass out to Fitzy, chips it in, recovered by the Avalanche, and cleared back the other direction. Baldy drops it back. Posner. Pass out far side, chipped in by Baldy. Sent around the boards. Posner keeps it in the zone, leaks by. Creel takes a hit along near wall. Pass broken up by Posner. And up and out of play. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone. Johnson, Klaus at center. Creel, Trent, and Rubino. Puck in the zone, loose at the feet. Johnson able to battle for position and send it in. Klaus on the forecheck. Pins him to the boards. Creel comes in. Out to Trent. Trent sends it back down low. Brought in by Mesa. Takes a hit, walks it off. Sends it back behind the net. Creel couldn't field that one. And the Avalanche will bring it back on the near wall. Drop down low. Avalanche whiffs on a shot. Broken up by Gorman and cleared. And Avalanche will need to tag up, playing high school rules. Pass dropped out to Mesa. Couldn't connect. And Gorman will need to cover back in their D zone. Trent with speed. Dangles through. Shot. Goal. Score by Tommy Trent. Dangles through, taking it coast to coast. Gorman with a 1-0 lead with 5:24 remaining in the first period. That's in for the faceout. Comes out to Westwood. Near side, chips it in. Sends it across. Couldn't connect. Mesa in the slot there. Battles for position on the puck along the far wall. Bonifacio comes into support. Comes out to Larison. Walks it up. Got two on him. Tripped up. No call. Avalanche stretched through. Shot goes wide. Avalanche couldn't clear the zone, chipped out, kept in. Long sends it across. Westwood recovers, sends it through, trying to hit Fish in motion. Goes off the skate. And the Avalanche will bring it back the other direction. Make the zone, shot off the body, goes wide. Long gets a stick in there and covered in the crease by Faircloth. 4:32 remaining in the first period. Fish in for the faceoff, sends it back to Baldy. Godino near corner, chips across, makes it to Tritton. Shot off the pad. Near corner, feeds the blue line. Baldy, shot. Goes wide. Posner keeps that one in Avalanche D zone. Godino feeds back out. And lost video. Hold on 1 second. And we are back. Avalanche passing it back behind their goal. Trying to clear on the far side. Fish keeps it, and they pin down low. Avalanche recover back behind the goal line. And bring the puck out. Off a body, kept in play. Tritton walks it through. Baldy enters his own shot right at the net. And Avalanche will bring it out on the far side. Gorman squeezing in a change. On the back check, Baldy breaks that one up. Fish through the neutral zone. Sends it across, picked up by the Avs. Trent to Rubino. Out to Fitzy. Fitzy out wide. Dangles through. Got Jennings out front. Kerr in the slot. Pinned along the boards, Jennings and Kerr. And Gorman has a delayed penalty in their favor as Faircloth almost makes it to the bench. Gorman will have a power play coming up, minute and a half. As number 10 will head to the box. Kerr, Larison, Klaus, Creel, and Fitzy. Kept in play by Larison. Larison feeds it across. Creel shot. Goal! And Gorman up by 2. Shot from Creel makes its way through the chaos. Give Gorman a 2-goal lead. 2:34 remaining in the first period. Avs win the faceoff. Chipped in. Fitzy with the assist. Klaus pass broken up. Creels almost follows up his goal with a second. Avs send it down low, back behind the net, sent around the boards. Cash Johnson. Johnson sends it airborne, glove down by Klaus, and should be a hand pass. Nope, no call. Creel passes it to Klaus, and pad save by the Avs goaltender. Johnson feeds it down low. Avs pick it up. Clear. Creel. Drop it back to Luong. Luong's pass broken up. And Avs cover in their D zone, get there first, and Luong, and we have a penalty coming up. Interference is the call. And we'll see who they call this on. Both players were engaged there, and Creel will head to the box. Gorman's first penalty of the game, interference. And Gorman will be on the PK, minute and a half. Godino in for the faceoff for Gorman. Wins it back. Trent sends it airborne. Fish, the other forward. And Rubino, the other defenseman, for the PK. Godino on the press, forces him to send it back. Fish keeping him pinned back behind the net. As looking for an exit. Godino causing chaos. Pass broken up off his skate. Godino chips it back down low. Pass out to the Avs, broken up, couldn't clear. Trent will take his time back at the Gorman faceoff dot. Defenseman pass, and cleared by Rubino. Looks like it chipped up and hit a glove. Faceoff coming up in the neutral zone. 33 seconds left on the Gorman PK. Fitzy, Kerr, Posner, Baldy. Kerr wins it back to Posner. Posner chips it down deep into Avs territory. Fitzy's there for Gorman, sends it back the other way. He's going to try to ride this one out. Back out to the blue line. Posner keeps it in. Shot. Kerr tips it, deflected wide. 15 seconds left in the PK. Avs looking for an opportunity here. Broken up again by Posner. Avs make the zone, dangle through, picked up by Posner again. And Kerr will shovel that one up and out. Gorman back to full strength. 4 seconds left. Fitzy sends it along to the near corner. And that'll wrap up the first. All right, getting ready to start the second period. Gorman with a 2-goal lead. Compliments of Trent and Creel. Shots on goal, 8-1 coming out of the first in favor of Gorman. Faircloth the net. Starting lineup for the second: Kerr, Fitzy, Jennings, Luong, and Larison. Puck comes out. Favor of Gorman. Luong send it back to Larison. Looking to clear, stuffed by the Avs. Avs chip it down low. Shot tip loose out front. Again covered by Faircloth. Face-off coming up in Gorman's D-zone. Avs win that one, send it back to the point. Shot goes wide. Long gets there for Gorman. Fitzy clears it out, makes his way out to Kerr. Kerr brings it in, he's got Jennings with him. Shot goes up and over. Kept in the zone by Fitzy. Avs clear it through, no icing. Faircloth chips it out to Larison, couldn't field it. Shot off the body of Jennings, and Jennings will bring it out on the far side. Cycles it back the other way, no one there for Gorman. Fitzy comes in to support. Chipped up, cleared. And sent around the boards by Gorman. Luong walks it down low. Luong feeds it through in the crease. Jennings shovel. Backhand shot and saved by the Avs goaltender. Avs bring it through the neutral zone. Opt to lob it in and manage to stay on sides. Trent with speed through the neutral zone. With one in the game already. Opt to send it on net. Battling back behind the goal line. Mesa comes in to support. Dodges a hit, back to Westwood. Westwood sends it in front to Johnson, couldn't connect. Trent keeps in the zone, tipped out front. Westwood, 2 shots and saved by the goaltender. Westwood takes a hit back behind behind the goal line, and that's kept in by Rubino. Rubino feeds it back down low. Mesa, far corner. Looking to feed the point, and Rubino was waiting for a pass in the center. Rubino brushes off the forward. Chipped in, Fish to Westwood. Westwood sends it through the crease. Goaltender brushes inside. Bonifazio flushed him out. Rubino recovers, sends it back down low to Bonifazio. Kept in by Tritton. Avs try stretch pass out. Couldn't connect. Rubino intercepts and feeds that back down low. Gorman will tag up. Fish goes on the forecheck. Pass broken up by Tritton. Couldn't get the shot off as he intercepted the breakout opportunity. And that will be an icing on Gorman. Nope, picked up by the Avs. Hands went up by the officials. Cleared out of the crease by the Avs. Tritton on the back check, helps support Baldy. And Gorman clears the zone. Fish has got 2 on him. Takes a hit at the Gorman bench. Tritton brings it out near wall. Posner makes the line and sends it down low. Gorman trying to take advantage of the long change here. Keep him pinned in their zone. Avs send it across, out to Creel. Creel with goal number 2 for this game. Power play goal. And we have a penalty coming up. I believe this penalty will be on the Avs, as I look like Godino's head kind of snapped back there. And it is number 2. We'll head to the box for the Avs. Fitzy, Baldy, Klaus, Kerr, and Creel. And Avs win the face-off and clear it. Elbowing is the call. Fitzy opts to bring it through himself, gets tied up. Klaus drops back to Baldy. He'll regroup in the neutral zone. Chips it out. Creel trying to hit Kerr in motion, just off, just a little wide. Klaus at the point. Looks to feed it down, pickpocketed by the Avs. Avs have an opportunity the other way. Pass broken up on the back check. And looks like Klaus will go to the box as well. High sticking is the call. Four on 4 coming up. Trent, Creel, Kerr, and Rubino. About 48 seconds left in the initial penalty. Fresh minute 30 on the board for Gorman. And that'll be an icing. Puck picked up by Creel. Creel goes in, takes a hit, a reverse check. And the Avalanche pass through the neutral zone. Baldy on the back check. Sorry, Trent on the back check. Forces him out wide. And picked up by Rubino. Creel, far side, chips it down low. No icing. Goaltender will brush that one aside, let it go behind the net. Creel almost makes it to Kerr. And the Avs will bring it down the other side. 4 seconds left. Luong with a hit at the blue line. Gorman officially on the PK. Fresh off the bench. Almost had an opportunity there. Got broken up by Luong. Luong with a steal. Avs recover. Far side. Down low. Chipped up by Larison. Out to Fish. Sends it across. Gets tripped up. No call. Only 2 officials for these games. Shot loose out front. Godino almost lands a shorthanded goal for Gorman. Cycle back. Fish to Godino. Godino in the slot. Shot. Goal. Shorty for Godino. Make it a 3-0 game. Two seconds left on the high sticking penalty. Gorman will take this face off. Down 1 player. Westwood in for the face off. Avs win that one and try to send it down low. Goes off a skate. Loose out front. Chipped up. Westwood sends it out to Bonifazio. Couldn't connect on the opportunity. No icing. Avs pick it up in their D zone. Clear through. Posner says no. Wires it back the other direction. Avs trying to clear the zone. And disrupted by Mesa and Westwood. Posner gives a hit as they dump it in. Baldy sends it around the boards. Bonifazio lobs it up and clears. Avs need to tag up. Baldy chips it across. Westwood trying to dangle through, gets tied up. And Avs send it on net. Gorman couldn't clear. Shot broken up by Posner. Shot on net. Picked off by Baldy. Baldy brings it back to the neutral zone. Slash, nope, not called. Pass set up for Bonifazio, couldn't connect. Couldn't get a clear line on the shot there. Comes back the other way. Kerr chips it across. Trent through the middle. Dingles through. Shot. Looking for the top. Goes up and over. Avalanche. Zone entry broken up by Rubino. Fitzy comes away with it, dingles through, comes out, favor Trent. Shot tipped by Fitzy, goes wide. Fed back out to the point. Trent walks it up. Tried to feed the crease, gets broken up off a skate. Back out to the point. Trent sends it across to Rubino. Had a man on him, had to walk it around. Looking for space. Ops feed it out to Jennings. And Klaus, fresh off the bench, sends it around the boards. Pass broken up, comes out to Klaus. Shot. Goal. And Klaus makes it a 4-0 game. Exit pass broken up. And Klaus there at the blue line sends it back the other way. Avalanche come away with it off the faceoff. Gorman won it and sent it in. Comes back the other way. Larison back behind the Gorman net. Pass out to Creel. Chips it up to himself. Battling through. Back at the blue line. Luong's shot broken up. Comes out to the near wall. Klaus, fresh off a goal. Cycles it down. Johnson. Creel's shot broken up as he was winding up for it. Luong gets a stick in there to force him out wide. Larison. Larison picks it up back behind the goal line, battling through, and will take a penalty, unfortunately. Larison will be called for tripping. Minute and a half on the board. As Gorman goes on the PK, 5:17. Remaining in the second period. PK unit comes out for Gorman. Jennings will take the face-off. Got Baldy, Fitzy, and Posner with him. Gorman wins that one back to Posner, wires it around the boards. Almost cleared by Fitzy. Avs walk back in. Fitzy breaks up the shot, gives a huge hit and a diving save by Faircloth. And cross-check to the helmet. No one really looking, only two officials. And we will stay 5-on-4. Jennings for the face-off, wins that one again. Wired around the board by Posner. Fitzy clears it this time, one-on-one the other way. Broken up. Fitzy battles through. Avs almost take out their own player with a hard forecheck. No penalty on this one. As he came in and flying, Jennings gives a hit. Fitzy comes away with it. Pass out to Baldy. Baldy loose in front, and a shot from Fitzy goes wide. As everybody lost read on the puck. Posner battling in the Avs D zone. Baldy walks it up. Shot. Pad save. Avs struggling to clear their zone on the power play. Fish drops back to Posner. Trying to hit Fish. Loose in the crease. Sorry, in the slot. Tritton able to come back and break that one up, and it clears the other way. Tritton 2-on-1 with Fish. Tritton shot off a skate. Still in play. And the Avs will need to regroup. Opt to try to stay strong on it. Tritton picks it up at the blue line. Walks back up. Shot. Glove save. With 3:39 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal, 12-4. Favor of the Gales. With a score of 4-0. Avs D-zone face-off coming up. Tritton, Godino, Fish, Rubino, and Trent. Fish in for the puck drop. Wins it back to Godino. Walks it around. Got Tritton out front. Shot by Fish. Fish takes another hit up high. Tritton keeps it, feeds it up to Godino. In the crease, brushed aside. Still live puck. Tritton pressed off the puck, and Avs will bring it back the other way. Rubino on the back check. No tripping on that one. Fed through, and 2-on-2 the other way. Tritton and Godino. Tritton makes his own shot. Godino with a follow-up off the pads. And goaltender comes up with a save. Face-off coming up in the Avs D-zone. Mesa. Westwood, Johnson, Larison, and Luong. Late line change for the Avs. And see if they wave him off. Nope, they're going to let him go. Gorman controls the puck off the faceoff, comes out to Westwood. Westwood brings it around. Shot, short side. Trying to hit just above the pads and denied by the goaltender. Westwood scoops it up. Faceoff dot. Shot just right at the net. Larison keeps it pinned down low. Bonifazio, not Johnson. Westwood dingles through, looking to feed. Mesa goes to try to feed Westwood. Westwood picks it up in the corner. Drop back to Bonifazio. Tries to lob it down to Luong, and the Avs picked it up. Avs trying to bring it back the other way. Larison closes off the door there. And Luong through the neutral zone. And they're going to say offsides. Apologies for the camera. I'll have to check some cables here before the next game. 2:10 remaining. Shots on goal, 14-4. Favor of Gorman. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Klaus in for the puck drop. Creel and Johnson on the wing. Avs take a hit by Johnson at the Gorman bench. And Klaus gives a hit as they send it into the zone. Posner in the near corner. Out to Klaus. Klaus. Johnson dangles through at the blue line. Still maintains possession. Shot broken up. Baldy keeps it in. Denied, and Avs have an opportunity the other way. Brushed aside by Faircloth as the forward lost control. Pass out to Johnson. Bouncing puck out to Creel. Creel tips it to himself. Creel lost an edge or tripped. Johnson shot looking for the left post. Goes wide. Kerr looking to close it off. Bouncing puck off a glove. Posner able to reach through and break that one up, and that'll be an offsides. Posner breaking up the opportunity. Pass out. Fitzy near corner. Shot looking for the top left. Shot from the blue line broken up by the Avs. Fitzy keeps it in possession. Shot off a skate. Fitzy feeds Kerr. Couldn't get the one-timer. Gets a shot off. Jennings cycles it back out to Rubino. Rubino at the goal line. Through the crease. No one there for Gorman. Trent on the back check's got a man on him. Cycles back. Avs pick that one up with the neutral zone, but need to tag up. Avs almost set themselves up for a shot. Pass broken up through the slot. 3 seconds left, and that'll close out the first 2 periods. Gorman with a 4-0 lead as we head into the third frame. Kicking off the third, Bonifazio, Mesa in for the face-off. Westwood on the left wing, Larson and Luong at the blue line. 15 minutes on the board, shots on goal, 14-5 in favor of the Gales, who have a 4-0 lead. Gorman picks up the puck. Luong sends it on net, and goaltender will hang on to that one for a stoppage of play. Puck loose out front. Westwood shot. Loose in the crease, and goaltender able to get the pads on it. Westwood with a quick shot right off the faceoff. Comes out, long shot, broken up, goes up and over the net. Larison, Westwood, and Gorman will recover back at their blue line. Out to Westwood from Larison. Westwood walks it up. Battling through in the near corner. Bonfazio trying to break up the zone exit. And that gets picked up by Larison. Cleared. Mavs trying to make their way through the neutral zone. Mesa says no, walks it up. Dangles through. Shot off the shoulder. Goes up and over the net. Kept it in by Larison. Pass comes out to Godino. Godino, bouncing puck. Couldn't get the shot off. And the Avs will pass it out the other way. And opt to call a icing. A very rare icing in this game. Haven't had too many icings so far. Refs have opted to let them fight for it. Godino, Fish, Tritton, Johnson, and Baldy. Fish wins it out to Godino. Baldy at the point. Shot off the skate. Loose out front. Fish with a backhand shot off a pad of the goaltender. Dropped back to Tritton. Godino staying high. Opposite slide back behind the goal line. Sent around. Avs will pick that up back behind their net. Bouncing puck off the glass. Glove down by the Avs. Baldy out to Godino. Tritton on the far side. Shot off the gloves. Avs pick up the loose puck. Drop down by Baldy. Back out to Godino. Godino opts to send it down low. Out of the reach of the goaltender. Fish to Tritton. Sends it around the boards. Baldy. And that will say that is offsides. As Baldy had positioned himself in the center for a follow-up one-timer. We're going to do this one center ice. Klaus in for the face-off. Picks up the puck and wires it in. Avs goaltender comes back behind the net to field that one. Creel gets there first. Johnson on the wing. Sent along the far side. Johnson comes in to break it up. Avs opt to send it up high. Picked off by Klaus. Klaus has got Creel. Shot short side off the shoulder. Cleared out on the far wall. Trent picks up the loose puck at the hash marks. Trent with the goal to open up scoring in the game. Taking it coast to coast, sends it to Rubino, chips it up to himself, lost control off a skate. And Trent there to recover. Klaus looks to send it off the body. Rubino recovers in the neutral zone, and they will say offsides. 11:59 remaining in the third period. As a reminder, there is another game this evening against the Calgary Bruins out of the Calgary area. It'll be at 8:40 p.m. Pacific time. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here. Kerr Avs bring it in, send it into the crease, scooped up by Larison. Larison sends it out of the far side. Fish walks it in. Sorry, not Fish, Fitzy. Pass out to Kerr. Kerr sends it around the boards. Avs clear. And Kerr comes into support. Luong and Larison at the blue line. Larison chips it up. Jennings has it and chips it down low. Avs pick it up with their hash marks. Tipped in, no icing. Larson on the back check. Pass out to Fitzy. Fitzy 2-on-1. Sends it on net, broken up. Larson's shot goes up and over. Posner comes in off the bench on the far defenseman. Opts to walk it up and steal that one and sends it back down low. Fitzy, long shift for him as he comes in to keep him pinned low during the Gorman change. Avs looking for an exit through the zone. Off the skate of Westwood. Picks it off. On net. Looking for Mesa. Couldn't get the shot off. Posner, shot off a body. And Avs clear back the other way. It's on net. Brushed off by Faircloth. About 10-15 remaining. Zone exit picked up by the Avs. Avs wire back the other way. Off the glove. Posner feeds back to Baldy on the far side. Pass broken up. Bonifazio tips it out to Mesa. Mesa lost control, bouncing puck. Westwood pokes it down low. Loose at the feet. Westwood on the back check. Gets a stick in there. And Avs opt to send it down low. It's going to get scooped up by Westwood. Glove down by Baldy. Baldy, the stretch pass out. No icing. Westwood stays on the forecheck. Drops it back to Fish. Fish. Shot. Looking for the back corner. The back post. And the pass broken up. And the Avs clear into the neutral zone. Trent. There to regroup. Brings it in the zone. Walks it up. Takes a hit. High in the slot. And the Avs clear back the other way. That will be an icing. 9:01 remaining in the third period. 4 games around robin. Into a semifinal and championship matchup. Tritton, Fish, Godino. Gorman wins that face-off. Trent sends it out to Rubino. He's got a man on him. Shot. And covered by the goaltender. Gorman wins the face-off. Shot by Tritton with a feed from Godino. And the Avs able to come up with a save. Avs bring it through the neutral zone. Broken up by the Gorman defenseman. Avs recover. Shot bounces wide of the net. Rubino looking to chip it across along the near side of Godino. And the Avs recover. Look the cycle. Denied by Fish. Dumped in. Denied by Fish. Tritton. Godino 2-on-1. Tritton. Shot. And goaltender able to come up with that one. Godino on the backside. Tritton looking to bank it off the pads. Clausen for the faceoff. Creel and Johnson. Gorman wins it back. Larson feeds Johnson. Trying to get a backhand shot. Gets tied up. And the Avs clear. Send it through center ice. Duong chips it across. Makes his way out to Creel. Creel 1-on-1. Johnson there to support. Shot. And a glove save by the Avs goaltender. Johnson there to pick up a loose puck if it came out. 7:54 remaining in the third. Shots on goal 25-6 in favor of Gorman. Puck comes out in favor of the Avs. Johnson almost able to pick that one off for a shot. Avs bring it in the zone, drop it back, shot wide of the net. Larson sends it around the boards. Luong chips it across. Klaus. 2-on-2 shot. Glove save. Gorman wins it. Shot from Fitzy off the faceoff, and the goaltender comes up with a glove save. Jennings, Kerr, Fitzy, Baldy, and Posner. In for the Gorman's crew. Gorman wins that one back. Fitzy couldn't get the pass off. It's broken up, and the Avs bring it back the other way. Baldy with a hip check. Posner drops back to Baldy. Back out to Posner. Out to Kerr. Shot. Glove side, glove save. Gorman needing to change up where they're sending that. Jennings in for the faceoff. Avs win that one, send it around, intercepted and picked off by Kerr. Kerr drops back, cycles to Jennings. Cycled again, and the Avs able to pick that one off behind the net. Avs clear out to Baldy. Baldy brings it back the other direction. 2-on-2, Jennings and Fitzy. Jennings looking to drop it back. Goes off a skate. Kerr gives a hit. And Avs bring it in the zone. Sent out wide by Trent. Kerr pass out to Jennings. Jennings chips it across, looking to hit Fitzy. Avs pick it up in the neutral zone and will regroup. Drop back pass, shot left of the net. Rubino sends it off the boards, bouncing puck. Westwood. It's like the clearing pass off Westwood and out of play. 6 minutes remaining in the third. Gorman with the 4-0 lead. It's going to come on back into Avalanche D zone. Mesa in for the faceoff, wins it to Westwood. Shot off a body, stays in play. Mesa sends it across, no one there for Gorman. Westwood comes in with a hit. Trent with a hit. And Avalanche bring it back the other way. 2-on-1, Gorman on the back check. Pass out to Bonifazio. Makes the zone. Got Trent. Shot blocked. And up into the netting. Another D-zone face-off for the Avs. Fish, Godino, Tritton, Larson, and Luong. Fish in for the face-off. Avs come away with it. Luong chips it back down low. Tritton sends it out. Godino. Godino battling for position, loose at the feet, and the Avs try to bring it out. Lost control. Send it across. Tritton comes in, picks up the loose puck. Looking to feed Fish. Luong trying to keep it in and send one on net. And we'll have to regroup back to the neutral zone. Chipped in, Godino and Fish. Godino sends it across, trying to hit Tritton in motion. It got tied up. Kept in by Fish. Tritton looking to send it to Luong. Avs pick it off. Godino on the back check. Sends it across. Offsides. And Gorman will have to tag up. Tritton almost breaks that one up. loose out front. Puck goes back behind the net, comes out to Long. Cash Johnson brings along the near wall, makes his own, dangles through. Defenseman ties him up. Creel battling in the far corner. Johnson there to support. Klaus posted in the slot. Sent around the boards. Baldy feeds Klaus. Klaus shot and a glove save. I believe most of the goals have come on the blocker side. Gorman hitting the glove side pretty consistently with not a lot of luck. 3:37 remaining. Klaus in for the faceoff. Wins it out to Baldy at the point. Walks it up. Shot. And a score. Baldy makes it a 5-0 game with a shot from the point. Found a little room to walk it up and take advantage of the chaos out front. Shots on goal now 30-6 in favor of Gorman. Face-off win by the Avs.
Goal scored by number 6 Jeffrey Baldy, assisted by number 91
Klaus with the assist on the Baldy goal. Battling along the near wall here. Klaus and Johnson. Creel stays separated. Avs chip it down into Gorman's zone. No icing. Baldy stretch pass makes its way to Creel. Creel with an opportunity. And Creel takes a hit after the play. Net came off. And the clock will run based on the score. .50 differential will run off the clock here. Kerr into the faceoff, wins it to Fitzy, who puts it in the net. Make it a 6-0 game right off the draw. Kerr will have an assist to Fitz. To increase Gorman's lead. Gorman trying to capitalize during a round robin as goal differential will most likely be one of the deciding factors in the event that the points are tied. Messa in for the face-off, walks it in. Broken up by the Avs, glove down by Rubino. Rubino walks it up, far wall. Out to Westwood, back to the point. Trent, shot. And Bonifazio and Westwood parked out front. And goaltender able to come up with a save. Puck loose out front of the Avs crease. Avs able to clear it. Recovered in the zone by Westwood. Westwood trying to send back down low. Avs break it up. And Rubino chips it out through the neutral zone. Minute left in the third. Trent will bring it out. Looking for a space, sends it, looking to hit Westwood, wasn't expecting it. And the Avs opt to just lob it down. No, icing, there is icing on this one. Last second decision by the official to call it. And it'll come on back into the Avs D zone. About 21 seconds left. This will wrap it up for this game unless they squeeze off another goal here. Fish in for the face-off. And the refs taking their time here. 4 seconds left. Godino shot, blocker save, and that'll close out first game of the weekend. The weekend hockey tournament, President's Day. And sorry, just keeping track of here what's happening on ice. Shots on goal, 33-6 in favor of Gorman. That'll close it out. The rest of the weekend, those games will be here on this channel. Game tonight, 8:40 p.m. Pacific time against the Calgary Bruins at the America First Center. Tomorrow, 12:10 p.m. Pacific time at City National Arena. And the final round-robin game against Golden State Elite, Sunday, around 5 p.m. And from there, we'll see what happens. Again, there'll be playoff games coming up for the Anaheim League, starting Friday, February 20th at 6:30 p.m. on CIH. And if Gorman comes away against Santa Margarita there in the semifinal matchup, they will play in the championship game for Varsity D1. As we head towards Nationals out in Minneapolis during spring break, there'll be a couple scrimmages that we're trying to get scheduled. Looks like right now, March 7th at around 7:45 p.m. and March 13th at 4 p.m. Those games will also be on this channel. Those will be against the Junior Golden Knights 16U AAA team as Gorman tries to polish off, get everything ready to represent Nevada Tier 2 Nationals. Sorry, High School Nationals. It's reading Tier 2. There's a couple banners here at the America First Center. Some of the Gorman players here, part of the championship team that won under the Junior Golden Knights 14U AA crew as they go back to try to bring in another banner for Nevada. And that'll wrap up for this game. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you this evening.